Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Oh, James.
Oh.
It's winter here.
Is it?
Winter is upon us here.
Is it?
I don't know. Could be for a couple days. I think it's supposed to be like 76 on Saturday.
Okay.
We'll see.
For
See, but it's freezing outside today, baby.
Halloween spooktacular.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Looking forward to it, Jabes. Looking forward to a little treating, but a lot of tricks. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Come on. No, in all sincerity, I'm looking forward to it because it is a nice distraction from everything else that is going on in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Like, I can't wait for a show that I'm not talking about the fuckery. Right? And I'm just going to tell some scary ghost stories and dress up and sing.
So says you, James. So says you. Man, look, we said this on the show yesterday. I'm going to keep saying it because I feel like, luckily tomorrow we're on the road, so we're not going to have a show tomorrow, but we're going to have one Friday for Halloween instead. We're doing a live show tomorrow, trying to get some big guests for Drinkin Bros, and it's a couple hours away from here. What, hour and a half, maybe somewhere in there. So our Halloween spectacular. Spooktacular. That's it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
No, I deserve to be corrected.
I'm sorry.
That'll be on Friday. So join us for that, Jabes. I just told him my costume was like, hey, can you wear that costume anymore? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can.
I got it at Target.
I know. Everything is so ridiculous. I am over everything. And again, I just want a nice distraction. It is Wednesday. This week feels like it's going by at snail's pace because I just want to get through this election. That's it. I just want to get through it. Right. Tired of all the stories, the haberdashery, the Tony Barbarino. Who's this guy? Mm-hmm. Tony Bubalinski. That was the interview I watched last night. Okay. Tony Bubalinski is now taking center stage for the election. He has turned over his thumb drive to Congress, or to Senate, saying that he has all of the facts and information about how Joe Biden made deals and millions of dollars off of connections to China and other countries and blah, 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 right? Tony Bubalinski is who we're down to. I told you this whole week was going to be the kitchen sink. Whatever's left in the attic, we're bringing it down. We're trying it on. We're putting those clothes on and then seeing what we're going to throw out next week. And we're here, Jabes. We're in the stink of it. I watched a full interview with Tony Bubalinski last night on Tucker Carlson.
Okay, and that's the business associate, right?
It is.
Okay.
The sad part about it was he seemed credible and he seemed like a normal guy. Like when you hear the name Tony Bubalinski. Sure, you think. Crowbars. Yeah. You think Olive Garden. Right. You think. I don't know about Olive Garden, but yeah. Triple sec. Sure. He drinks a lot of triple sec. Vermouth, straight. Yeah. What's that drink from Greece? That liqueur from Greece? The liqueur from Greece. Peach Snap? No, you know it.
Limoncello?
No, not a limoncello. It tastes like licorice, black licorice.
Jägermeister?
God damn it, Giorgio! You're from Greece, like you're Greek, right? I mean, it is
Uzo.
No,
Uzo.
Sambuca.
Sambuca.
Jesus.
Isn't Uzo a
Christ,
type of
dude.
Sambuca?
Uzo.
Yeah.
Uzo. Yes.
Uzo's
yes,
the brand
yes,
of
yes.
Sambuca.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow, this is fun. Yeah.
I mean, where?
How many
Giorgio,
does it take to screw in a doorknob?
You're our expert on Greece. And he knows
I'm
nothing
reading about
Greece.
Tony
I'm Greek
Bubalinski
and
right now.
Italian
I'm
myself.
trying to be
Read
the
about
producer.
your fucking heritage, dude. This is crazy.
I know about butt sex and wrestling.
Well, Too
Not
bad.
much about democracy.
Too bad, man.
That's very Greek of you, Giorgio.
So Bubalinski last night goes on Tucker Carlson, lays out. I mean, it was a 15-minute interview. Tucker Carlson is I don't watch that much of Tucker Carlson. He's pretty thorough though. Decent interviewer. I thought he did a good job with this guy last night.
He's too young of a face for me to take seriously.
He's one of those guys. He looks like he was in my fraternity
last week,
like a week ago, and I don't know if he's still there. Like if he was like, oh no, I'm a 6th year, and you're just like, oh, okay, cool, man. He's looked the same for 30 years. So
he's like in a Future Politicians of America.
Oh yeah,
program.
All of the things.
They gave him a show.
He puts dimes in his penny loafers. Like he's that guy, right? And I thought he did a really good job with it because I thought this was going to be something that was completely off the rails and some far-fetched thing or whatever. And it turns out there's probably truth in it. But I think it's too late. I still think it's too late with all of this. Like there's 65 million ballots now already cast between early balloting and mail-in. I mean, that's too late for me. So we'll see. The weird thing about it is no one else is covering this at all. And just watching the coverage over the last week. If you're watching on YouTube, hammer the like button right now so we can get as soon as you mention Bubalinski, apparently it just knocks you down. But between Bubalinski, the laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, the riots that are going on in Philadelphia are extreme.
Yes.
Zero coverage on that right now. Like Philadelphia is going through some shit. And I watched some of the footage last night, and the people in Philadelphia are asking why this isn't being reported on. I can tell you why. You show riots, and then it makes it look like here's yet another city that's in trouble because there's no law and order, and it's going to hurt the Democratic Party. And it's like, man, that any other day of the week, that would be a massive story, but not the week before the election. I mean, it was violent last night. I was watching some of it on Twitter, and I was like, Jesus Christ, Philadelphia is burning. So again, I'm looking for distractions. Halloween is a nice one coming up.
Yep.
I'm doing a road show tomorrow with some politicians, I think we can say. And then Friday, we're doing our spooktacular episode. James, what are you dressing up as, you know?
Well, I usually do some kind of Day of the Dead thing. Because of my heritage.
Obviously, yeah. Dia de los Muertos.
See.
Yeah.
And so it's just easier, and you can still look pretty, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm not going like a carrot suit or banana or, you know what I mean?
I will.
Sure.
I will, obviously.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do, it may be, guys, the same outfit that I wear. The same costume that I wear for every spooktacular that we've ever had. And I'm just excited for it. I like to get back to my roots. And by roots, I mean thinking that I was Mexican. And that never leaves you.
No,
do you know what I mean?
It doesn't.
Just because you find out you're not doesn't mean that leaves your soul. You know what I'm saying?
23andMe.
Yeah.
23andMe. As you take a drink from your Frida Kahlo mug again.
Kahlo.
Is it Kahlo?
Yep.
Is it?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Do we have any confirmation on that whatsoever?
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
I can't even do
I'm
this.
kidding. I was listening to Alex Jones on Joe Rogan on the drive over here. So, boy.
Is that explaining your combative
Joe
nature
said,
right now?
Did you listen to it?
No.
He was talking about every fucking sentence. He cut Alex Jones off. He was like, can you fact check that? Can you fact check that, Jimmy? Yeah. Even Alex Jones is like, why are you being so combative here? Combative. I don't get it, you know?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. But that's why. I'm just like, can we check that? Is it Kahlo or Kahlo?
Fact
check that?
It's Kahlo.
Yeah.
Kahlo.
I just looked it up.
I'm joking. That's what I was caught in for an hour on the drive-in. I was just like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm excited for it only because our boy, Tim Dillon.
Yep.
Open invitation.
Yeah.
Please just come to the studio so that me and Giorgio can fangirl over you a little bit.
Yeah.
And hopefully that would feel good. I'm wondering if he knows how much people love him yet.
He does.
Because it's a very recent thing.
I can confirm that he does.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
He's a very, very busy dude. And I chatted with Alex last night. I think we had a light go out over there. But,
Whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie. Oh, this is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Oh my gosh, that's the go.
I chatted with Alex a little bit yesterday. And with the Tim Dillon thing, we were like, hey, man, let's get Tim on this fucking show. Let's stop playing games here.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he's gone. I'm not sure what that means exactly. I know Rogan is now doing a live show on election night, same as us, and with Tim Dillon. So he'll be back in Austin. I have no idea. I don't know him well enough, and he doesn't check his. I don't know him at all, actually. He doesn't check his social media. So who knows, man? Love to have him on. He's in Austin every goddamn day now. So
I have his producer's email, I think, or
really?
handle. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Try that one.
Yeah, for sure. How'd you get it?
I don't know.
Okay. Jabes, knowing people, dude, behind the scenes.
You know.
Look at you.
When you're a fan, you're a fan.
Of course.
What can I say?
Of course, yeah.
Hold on, back. You have
so
Ben's number?
You what?
You have Ben's number?
I don't have his number.
Oh, you have his
Give us
email?
an email.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was a sneaky way of getting it, so I'm not going to say.
Okay.
It was sneaky.
Yeah.
The sneakiest.
Yeah.
He was a sneaky.
All right. Well, look, we'll check it out. We're huge fans, and he would be great on that show. The interesting part about hearing that on the way in is how much he actually agrees with Alex Jones. It's the same. It's just a young disciple, you know.
It is, but it's a more, the newer models are better than the old models, right? Like he's a little bit more palatable. You can kind of hear him.
Right.
Things that he's talking
They definitely
about.
have the same beliefs.
Yeah.
And he said that he, fell asleep to Alex Jones every night when he was on YouTube before he got banned, obviously. So, yeah, we're gigantic Tim Dillon fans here. I'd love to have him on the show. We'll see what happens. The beauty of it is we're in the meat and potatoes of all of it. All of our studios are like 10 minutes apart, which is hilarious. And we'll see if Alex will pop in for the election show that night. It's going to be long, obviously, and
Pennsylvania is not letting ballots even begin to be counted until 8 p.m. on November 3rd.
Oh, I saw that, and so there was a thing with Pennsylvania.
Like
the governor
you can't even start. You can't get a head start. Like nothing.
The governor was on this morning, and look, each state has their own rule.
Totally,
but he did say, look, we've done this in the past, so there will be an answer. It'll just be later on in the evening, which Pennsylvania is usually one of the last East Coast states to fall, and it's usually around 11:30.
Right.
But it does go down county by county in that thing. And
is that normal?
Thus far, Pennsylvania has not fucked it up. Now, Florida, on the other hand, is the one that it's just like, Jesus Christ, get your shit together. Pennsylvania, I'm not crazy worried about, but it's going to be close. All of these are going to be close. I keep getting messages over, and every morning I wake up, dude, I'm flooded with text messages. I'm just going to look and see what the count is today, because I can't physically answer all of these. 468 is what we're up today. Unanswered text messages. And they're all the same thing. Of like, hey, man, are you sure? Are you sure Trump's going to win the election? Look, I went on mybookie.com. I bet $2,000 on Trump. It pays off at $2,500. I've posted that stub that is up and out into the world. However, when you read the news, like with Pennsylvania and things like that, like it freaks people out.
Right.
Freaks people out. And then the polls freak people out. So today, this morning, I woke up to this headline from ABC News. Biden by 17 in the state of Wisconsin. I don't have him even winning Wisconsin, let alone being up by 17 points. Either I am the dumbest person of all time,
possible.
Which I will, but it is possible. And I will admit that on air the day after the election and say, man, I was way off on this and I was really wrong and I apologize. I am dumb. I'm a dummy. I'm a stupid person who doesn't deserve a thing
for him.
Yeah, probably
that he won't be able to see until it's handed to you on air.
And I will read it live on air, word for word, verbatim, whatever you write about how dumb I am, because I do not see it happening whatsoever. 17 points. In what world? I just don't know what world that is. And there was some people on Twitter today who were like, hey man, even Democrats were like, please do not believe this. Like, go out and vote. It is important and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to think anymore about how wrong this is. Because there was an article I read last night that said one media outlet posed the question, What if we get it all wrong again? Then what happens? I don't know. Now, that's the answer I don't know. If they get it all wrong again for a second election, what do you do with all these things? And how is it possible then to not say fake news all the time for all of these things? That's my biggest fear, where it's like, all right, great, then what? Because I know what they're going to do. They're just going to wipe the slate clean and write a couple articles next week and just say, hey, we got it all wrong and we can't believe it. And it'll say Trump came from behind again, defied all odds or whatever, but placing little of the blame on them. I would like some investigation, if possible, into these newspapers and their editors and all this shit to be able to write these articles. Because if this one today really pissed me off, the Biden plus 17 in Wisconsin. If it isn't, let's drag ABC to the ends of the fucking world and get a fucking answer out of whoever their editor is for that and ask them why they even posted something like that. We're 5 days out, essentially here. 5 days out from the election. Biden by 17 in Wisconsin. Again, I don't even have him winning that state at all. There's got to be some accountability for this shit next week if all of these places get it wrong. But I don't think there will be. And I think that's why, again, to go back to the show this morning with Alex Jones or the Tim Dillons of the world, like people are starting to lend themselves more to these conspiracy theorists and websites and all this shit because the media isn't telling you the truth anymore. Therefore, you feel tricked. Like I feel tricked. Not so much me. Like I'm still above it, and I've still got my calls, and my calls were the same as 2016 when I was like one of 3 people in the world who got it right. But I feel tricked by like my friends and all of this shit falling for it, where it's just like, hey man, fuck. Now you're affecting everybody around me, and then I'll isolate myself in a bubble with you, and you and I will just do a bunch of weird shit together and laugh, and that's kind of it, you know?
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to not, and I have to be honest. I can't wait to be not pissed off about things like that. I mean, I'm not really, like, to be honest. I can talk about things and, you know, read different articles and be discerning and have opinions, but I'm not really that worked up about anything.
No, you're not.
As you know,
you're not. And
it's very hard to get me worked up because again, like hysteria comes from tunnel vision and from not seeing things that are around you in your own life.
Correct.
And being so worried about things that you're seeing, again, on your computer or on your TV. And if you just leave them in there and turn them off. Yeah. For me, I have the privilege of that, right? I know there is people that when they turn it off, their life still is shitty. And that's why they're fucking pissed. But that's not hysteria. Right. That's like, this fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're not worried about conspiracy theories or shit like that because, you know.
To me, I'm able to turn it off, right? And go to bed. And when we can talk about it on the show and everything else like that. But in real life, I'm able to check out of it and be like, all right, great. What channel is the World Series on? We watched The Bachelorette last night. Like, I'm not like, oh God, we got to have the news on. Like
the bums won.
Yeah. The Doyers won.
The bums won.
I said this on Drinkin Bros Sports because I called that too. God damn it, I'm on fire. I'm one of the very best there is right now. And sports gambling and predictions. I said the Dodgers would win. You know why I said they would win? You'll love this. Because the Lakers won. And why? You got 2 leagues that are playing in a bubble. And is there a city that is in its own bubble more than Los Angeles? No. Therefore, it's like, oh, dude, Los Angeles used to live in a bubble their entire fucking lives. Sure. Therefore, Dodgers are going to win. Lakers are going to win. It's going to be a Los Angeles championship season. They live in a permanent bubble in Los Angeles. Therefore, them playing in a bubble, congratulations. Home court advantage. Both of them won. Pick both of them. Pretty easy call. But
that was my dad's text. Bums won.
Yeah, bums won. And then they rioted last night. No mask, no...
Sure.
Burn down shit. COVID didn't exist last night.
No.
One of the weirdest stories happened during that game last night too. You'd gone to bed, and I'm popping it on, and I see the third baseman for the Dodgers, Justin Turner, had gotten pulled in the 7th inning last night or the 8th.
I thought it was early. I thought it was like the third.
No. It was the seventh inning, I believe.
Okay.
They get a call into the dugout, Jesse. Listen to this one.
Okay.
This is a wild one. They get a call into the dugout that the third baseman for the Dodgers had tested positive for COVID. So you have to yank him off the field. So they removed him. They didn't tell the announcers or anybody what was going on, and he tested positive for COVID. They had to put in somebody else, and the test was late, apparently.
Got it.
Apparently, they couldn't tell when he got tested on Monday, took another test on Tuesday. I don't know why it took so long to get the information back, but by the time that they got it back, and he's the only person, by the way, who had tested positive for COVID inside the bubble. And they pulled him out of the game in the 6th or 7th inning last night.
How is that possible if they really are in a bubble, right?
Yes. And so here's...
So it wasn't a bubble then?
Well, that's what they're trying to figure out. And that is the biggest question today that they're trying to figure out is like, how did somebody break this bubble, right?
Well, and they test the prostitutes and everything too, right?
No, there's no prosties allowed. So...
I mean,
no prosties allowed. Family members only. And, look, how do you tell what the family members
So I heard they
want?
have a prosty bubble that's right next to the Dodger bubble.
Dan and I pitched
as
that on
long
a
as
show.
Oh, really?
Yes. And we were like, look, you've got to get these guys prostitutes. And if, these sex workers, like imagine how much money they would make if you were,
Yeah, quarantine 14 days and...
Be fucking great.
It's
right?
the making it of the league of prosties.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you can make it in that bubble, oh, that's a retirement plan right there.
It's amazing. So they
Get him
pulled
on
him.
contract.
They pulled him out. Dodgers end up winning the World Series. Homeboy then comes back on the field, celebrates, no mask. They take the team photo for when you win the World Series with the trophy.
You guys.
They have footage of him pulling off his mask. I watched it this morning. Footage of him pulling off his mask for the team photo, and he's just like, meh. It goes like this. He was like, meh, fuck it. You know who it is? It's Justin Turner, the guy with the big red beard that your dad hates because he's like, shave.
Well, it's no
Shave,
respect
long
is what
hair.
it is. They
Yeah.
don't have any respect for the game.
Well, you guys know the beard stops COVID. It works the same as the mask.
No,
Yeah.
the
So
beard.
big.
The beard catches COVID.
Yeah.
Apparently, the
Apparently
beard
it
actually
does.
left the bubble.
That's why I have a mustache. Because the
appa-
mustache is CDC compliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
all of it is
a cleaner type.
is
Right.
Yeah.
absolute dog shit, right? So here's the thing. You played a full game, 7 or 8 innings, and before you got yanked with all your teammates. You were in the dugout the entire time. How does not every single player and coach have COVID? They're trying to decide what they're going to do with them now. When they went back to the hotel last night after partying, which I watched, look, you're dumping champagne all over each other. You're partying in the clubhouse, hugging each other, everything else. I don't know if Justin Turner told his teammates that he had COVID or if anybody else said that they had COVID, but he was in there. He was in there raging with his teammates all night long. If the entire team does not have it today, I would be shocked. So we'll see what happens.
But the people partying with him must have known, right?
I don't know. Because if they just told one person, right?
Yeah, but we're talking about it today. So like
I would have thought Major League Baseball would have pulled them off and said, hey, man, get this guy out of the fucking stadium into quarantine, into a hospital, whatever. But they didn't. Nobody's really talking about it today. They don't have the test back yet from the rest of the players, but allegedly they were like, hey, we're going to test you when you get back to the hotel after the party. Well, what the fuck is that going to do? He's been partying with you and playing with you for an entire game in the dugout.
Are they thinking it was like a false positive only because there's no way if you truly are in a bubble, which the MLB is saying that they are.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking at it now. Turner celebrates on field with teammates after positive tests. I mean, all they keep saying is it's a positive test. So nobody has said otherwise. But
Alyssa Milano should get a hold of that one.
Well, she's a Dodgers fan, diehard Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
She used to fuck the pitcher, Brad Penny. Yeah.
Full penny.
She was full penny for Alyssa. She was a groupie for athletes for a long time. She fucked everybody.
Why not?
Fun fact. Yeah.
But that's what happens. You're a groupie. You're fun. You fuck everybody, and then
But
you
just
just
stay
like
fun, dude. I don't get it.
it's impossible.
It's not.
It's impossible to stay fun. Craig gave us $4.99. Ross, are you ready for this wedding next year? I think I should get Alex Jones to come too. I RSVP'd.
Okay.
To Craig's wedding.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
He had sent you the website. You didn't go to it.
Sent me the website?
Yeah, to RSVP.
Dude,
yeah.
I don't check anything anymore. I'm all jammed up here.
Okay.
We're doing a live show from that wedding?
You what?
We're doing a live show from the wedding?
A live show from Craig's wedding on YouTube.
Craig,
all officiated.
Yeah. I mean, if we're both going to be there, then
Craig's fiance Amy probably already hates us, so I'm not sure if we should maybe do that.
She was on the cruise. She was on the Drinkin Bros cruise. They got out of control.
Craig, yes or yes? So,
Craig, yes or yes.
Let us know. Yeah, man, I'm looking at it now, and people are pissed, obviously, and they're like, how do they let him back on the field? I mean, there was a huge photo of him just smiling, no mask, with right next to the manager, all of his teammates, and the trophy. So either one of two things is, and he kissed his wife. I got a photo of him kissing his wife without a mask on post-coronavirus
There's no
test.
way that they must have taken another test or something or whatever. Like, there's no way.
There was one camera last night that was just following him after he tested positive. So they're just showing all this footage in a loop of everything he did with COVID afterwards. And I can't wait to hear the final answer on this one. Because if the whole team gets it and everything, this will be the most infamous team photo since the Black Sox in 1919 at this point.
Yeah, but they'll probably all live, and then
everyone's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
They're happy to have it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Give it to me. I'll stay away from my family on Thanksgiving. Boo-hoo. Sorry, guys. Got to quarantine. Just watch the game by myself and drink.
I just hope they stay away from Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah,
oh,
look,
that's right.
He's going to die. Is he still alive?
Yes.
No, he is. Okay, cool, man. There's some people that I still don't know, like dead or alive, where I'm like, David Crosby was one that popped up the other day. After Eddie Van Halen died, somebody wrote on Twitter, greatest guitarist, one of the greatest guitarists of all time, R.I.P. Eddie Van Halen. And David Crosby's response was, meh. MEH, yeah. He's since apologized for it numerous times, but
was it funny? Because it's funny.
I think
was
it's
it
funny.
supposed to be funny because it was funny?
I think it's funny.
Okay.
Others did not, and then he had to release a statement saying, "I'm a crazy old man. Nobody should take what I say seriously," and blah 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 blah. Right? I didn't know David Crosby was still alive. There's a lot of those people for me that I'm like, oh,
no, he's one.
They're still alive.
He's one. He's out there in his tie-dye shirt and his overalls, long hair, mustache that you can't tell if it's a mustache or a beard, right? Goes all the way.
It is thick. It is very Wilford Brimley, I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's doing it. He's living it.
Look, he's living. I told you I'm going to go Sam Elliott when I'm older. Just gray mustache, long gray hair. Mio, calling everybody Mio.
I just think keeping your stress level down, smoking a bunch of weed, wearing overalls, that will extend your life.
Correct.
Stress is
stress, brother. It's a silent killer.
But
it's the silent killer, James.
Silent killer.
But I keep hearing, so with this last night with the Dodgers and everything else going on, everybody keeps talking about this next wave of the pandemic and how cities are shutting down. One of the cities that shut down last night was Chicago. So Chicago is back on lockdown. It's going to be fun for the whole family. Mm-hmm. And then New York City last night said, we're highly recommending that no one leave the city for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. You and I had a fictitious retirement conversation the other night. And you were
real for me. You can join me or not.
You still want to go to New York City. I don't know if you can. Look, I don't know if you can anymore. I don't know.
Look, I just don't think of things that way. Again.
What do you mean?
There's no way that the world is ending.
I'm not saying.
There's no way that New York, by the time I'm ready to be in a muumuu, take pills, drink martinis, and not talk to my family, children.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be back, baby.
I don't know. And so here's why I lean the other way, because I said beach, right? And the reason is if one of these fucking things happens again, which, to be honest, I didn't think this would ever happen in our lifetime. Something like this, some fucking weird pandemic where it affects the world and everybody's going to die and all that shit, right? I never thought I would see it. Now that it's in my mind, you're like, all right, great. Could this happen again? And since I personally think this came from a lab in China and was released, what's to stop somebody else from doing this in the future? Like a fucking ISIS or something like that, right? If you can control this type of like biochemical warfare type shit, what's to stop somebody else from doing this later on in life? And then it's like, fuck, are you really going to be stuck inside a city? More and more people obviously are looking for land, room, suburbs, all that shit, because they want to get out of what's going on in these cities. And it's like, are you stuck? Are you stuck there? Like Philadelphia, because of the riots and shit, like if you're living down there, you're fucking stuck there right now. New York, they're telling you can't leave the tri-state. They don't even want anybody in the tri-state area to leave and go anywhere. Mm-hmm. Chicago, you're stuck. Chicago is not like in New York where it's like, oh, hey, I'm going to pop down to my bodega and get shit. Like,
yeah.
No, you're kind of stuck. That's what it is. And if all the local restaurants and bars are shut down in Chicago, fuck you going for food,
Yeah.
The beauty of living in Chicago is to be able to get that deep dish, brother. Put that right in your mouth. You and I gained 8 pounds apiece one night.
Yeah.
On a deep dish there that was so deep.
Every time we go to Wrigley Field, there is a pizza place that we always think is closer than it is. And we end up let's just pop over there. We end up walking 4 miles after the game to get this pizza. At this place, it's like the only place that's open at that time. Whatever, it's actually only so good.
It's actually only a mile away, but it's usually cold when we get out of that game.
Excuse
me.
Like excuse me. It's my truth, and I'm living it. 4 miles, if not more, possibly 6. But it's so good.
I know.
It's always refreshing when a late night place is fucking awesome. Very rare.
Yeah, and cool. Like, and they have a bunch of beers, wines, champagne, like all kinds of crazy shit there. And there was a lifeguard on duty there last time. Did you see that guy sitting in the lifeguard chair? That's how deep that pizza was.
Sure.
You could die in that.
Okay.
You could.
Okay. I was not.
You weren't tracking.
I wasn't tracking. No.
You definitely needed some form of
am dumb.
Floaties or whatever. Deep dish, real deep dish pizza. So therefore, I'm leaning towards a beach in case one of these things fucking pops up again where you're just like, oh, fuck, is this it? Because if so, then I just want to stare at the ocean and be on a beach and live my life, right? Because for you, I want to break this down. Everything that you just said is true. You've said this for many years. Mumu, pills, martinis, weed.
And just like maybe one big ring so you know I'm a gal.
Right.
And maybe a bow. Because no makeup, hair's going to be like Tales from the Crypt by that point.
Wispy baby hair.
Wispy baby hair, no lips at that point.
Savannah Guthrie.
White lady, lips are gone. And so you may not want to live with me in New York. Do you know what I mean? At that time. If you do, come on down.
Beach.
I'll see you at the beach.
It's gotta be beach at this point where it's just because you don't know. I fully anticipate one of these things popping up again now. Not soon, but maybe in 20 years where it's like, all right, there will be some country that gets a hold of one of these things. It's like, fuck you. Here you go. This one affects dogs, like dogs are falling over on the ground dying. And you're just like, why is it starting with the dogs?
That'd be fine.
It'll be flipped over they'll put a fun little twist on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people are asking who Keith Raniere is, so
we
should
shit.
Probably get to the title of the
We get to
show.
rapping, dude, and hammer the like button on YouTube. We'll talk about Keith Raniere here.
They're like, we don't
I know, dude. Sometimes we just get to rapping, and it's like, what was the name of that episode and why?
Yeah.
You've heard us talk about the NXIVM sex cults.
Sex cult, yeah.
On HBO. Beautiful huge documentary. Huge.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a little too long.
Really drug out.
Really too long.
So they haven't even gotten to anywhere close to a conviction and it's episode 9.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's fascinating that this guy could convince Hollywood actresses and all this shit to be in a sex cult, namely Allison Mack, who starred in Superman or Superboy or whatever the fuck it was on CW for 18 years or however long that show was on.
Smallville? Yeah.
That's it. Was it not the Superboy? Not a thing?
Yeah.
Super Baby? Not another thing? Smallville. She was on Smallville for 30 years.
Right.
And she was the leader. She was a co-leader with Keith Raniere of this sex cult, and they were able to bring in all these women and have sex with them for years and years and years, and they were getting branded.
Yeah, it was a slave master sex cult.
Yes. Yeah.
With a little bit of racketeering and sex trafficking and free some kind of labor laws, because they would get people to work like nonstop for them for free because they had collateral on them, right?
Yeah.
So you should definitely see that documentary or read literally anything about NXIVM.
So the collateral was,
and it's NXIVM.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And the collateral was you had to reveal something personal about yourself, be a video or photographs, right? So we're talking dick pics, pussy shots, all that stuff. Or you got to get on video and say, all right, I sucked off my cousin at a barbecue once in '84. Whatever your story is, so it's called collateral. So they have something over you.
A classic predator move.
Right.
That just anyone that like preys on young kids or anything like that does something like that to get.
Right. So that way they can say, if you don't do this with me, I'm going to tell the world. It's very similar to Scientology. So Scientology is the same way. When you pop in there and you take that quiz, and again, to give you a quick refresher on Scientology, I know I said this in a couple episodes, can't be too dumb, can't be too smart. That's the rules there. Your IQ is going to line up right in the middle so you can just get brainwashed. Because if you're too dumb, you'll just fall asleep during all that shit. If you're too smart, you'll be like, oh, well, this is bullshit. I mean, they got to get you right in the middle there. Some form of addiction.
You need to be vulnerable in some way, and that is pretty much across the board with every cult, as you know I love.
So with that, after that, you pass the process, and then they film you for hours and hours and hours. And usually Scientology makes you talk about your entire sex history in your life, right? Or what you want to do or not want to do. And the reason why they have like Tom Cruise and Travolta and all those guys is obviously they looked in the camera and was like, I'm homosexual. I got to hide it because I'm a movie star and blah, blah, blah. So the rumor goes. Or if you've just been ever open mouth kissed on the mouth by John Travolta. And then they hold these tapes in a vault forever and ever, and then they threaten to release them. And then once you leave, they kind of hold that over you, a la Nicole Kidman. She's never said one word about Scientology. Neither is Katie Holmes. And you kind of just live out your life. I'm not sure what Nicole Kidman's deal is, though. I mean, she's married 2 beards in a row. Obviously with Tom Cruise and then super straight Keith Urban. I don't know if she just wants a buddy, like a shopping buddy or something. But whatever it is, it is. There is women like that. Who enjoy that, it's just like, I just want companionship. I don't really want to have sex. I just want a companion.
Right.
And the same thing is true with this sex cult, this NXIVM, where you've got to give this collateral. They're holding something over you. And then they're tricking you to answer the phone within 60 seconds and all this other shit. And then
they're brainwashing you. They're using all the same tactics that most cults use, which is like sleep deprivation and all of
starvation, calorie counting,
rewards for certain things that are, different levels to the cult, right?
Correct.
Beware of any self-help place that you can like get to a level, by doing certain things.
Yeah.
So Keith Raniere was sentenced on Tuesday for and convicted of sex trafficking, forced labor conspiracy, human trafficking, and multiple counts of racketeering. I know what that means. Everybody does.
Yeah.
120 years. In prison.
So the flip side of that,
Allison Mack, as well. She's waiting to be sentenced. She pleaded guilty to all those 2 because it was those 2.
Correct.
And then the main money source to this entire cult was the Seagram's heir, the daughters, two daughters to the Seagram's alcohol fortune.
Correct. Big fan of Seagram's too. I hate to see them go down.
Yeah,
They did all the Bartles and James stuff. Wine coolers. Yeah. Was there anything better than a fucking B&J wine cooler?
Oh my gosh.
No, not at all. Somebody in the message boards was asking me if I knew Danny Masterson. He was a Scientologist. Yes, I did. I used to play softball with him. We were on the same softball team. That's the thing is like, dude, most of those guys in Scientology didn't really talk about it, and they didn't really recruit you. Now it seemed different. Like they were actively trying to recruit young women of a certain body type and frame and all this other shit into this NXIVM thing. So with Keith Raniere getting sentenced to 120 years in prison, the speculation now is that because Allison Mack is up next, Smallville, that she'll be living in a small cell for around 45 years is what they're guessing there. Yeah. So pretty close to the end of her life as well, in which she should be. I mean, she was branding people and all of that shit. The one thing that I still have a difficult time figuring out is most of these sex cult guys are unattractive. How are they able to pull this off? Like if you look at this Keith Raniere guy, in no way, shape, or form should he be able to pull all this poon.
Right.
I don't understand it. Right. And I don't understand how the girl from Smallville got sucked into this.
Yeah, well, she was a weirdo.
Yeah, but she's weird, but it's like, hey, man.
She was a weirdo. She had some issues.
But go off of looks, too, you know? Watching all of these videos on HBO and him playing volleyball all the time for hours. And just, you know, I get it. I know what he was trying to do. It's a team sport. He was good at it. They were bad at it. He could yell at them. They could look up to him and blah, blah, blah. It's the perfect sport for a sex cult, right?
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Yeah. What, do you drink cranberry juice and play fucking Fleetwood Mac while you play volleyball?
Look, the whole volleyball thing, it's a vibe. It's just a vibe. He was trying to catch it. And everyone got sucked into it, you know?
They did.
It was a fun time, that volleyball part.
Yeah, it was. It always looked like a blast.
I get it.
Always looked like a blast. So he's going away for forever. She's going away forever. And that's kind of how all of this shakes out. You know, for anybody starting a sex cult out there, now I feel bad. Right. And it's going to be harder to start now. People are wising up to it. I just wonder what the next one is. That's my thing now. What's the next one? You know?
The next sex cult?
Yeah. What's the next culty thing going to be? What is that? I have a feeling it's going to be something like disease related. Like with this COVID thing. Oh. Where it's like, hey man, we're going to form our own thing, and it's because we have the antibodies, or we've had it, or you know, like we don't trust the rest of the world, and we don't want the vaccines or something like that. And then they'll have this cult where it's like everybody's clean and you can have sex with each other, and then you're all good. That's a guess. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, anti-vax cult for sure.
Yes, right? I think there will be some form of
somewhere
like anti-vax
in Utah
cult.
Or Arizona.
I always go like Oregon for these things.
North? I'd be too cold for them. I think they'd be fucking outdoors a lot. There'd be a lot of like...
but it's the woods.
Ooh,
it's
you're
the
right.
Woods,
you're
man.
right.
And they can't be found. And it's, you know, all these docs where you watch these cults. What was the, gosh, you always
Fool's
pronounce
Land.
it. No. What's
the Rajneesh?
There it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Wild Wild Country?
That was in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Ross, there's one going on right now, and you don't actually have to go that far.
Where is
it's
it?
Here in Austin.
What?
It's a gym, and that's all I'll say.
I'm sorry you can't just leave that convo without saying what this is.
Exercise-related sex cult?
I don't want us to get sued. So
I'm joining.
I'll tell you off air.
Really?
Do they have
this real?
Performance-enhancing aspects to the sex cult?
Wow. Now I'm all in.
We moved out here for a reason.
Now I'm all in. In New York, there was a swingers club back in the day in the 90s.
Different.
The Vault. Yeah, but I
different.
Looking back on it, I was like, how the fuck did they get away with that? You know?
They would rent out rooms or businesses or clubs twice a month.
Look,
and, you know, people would say a password at the door, and you'd have to bring your friend. And I know
how it works, Giorgio.
Yeah, no, there's, yeah.
You're going to teach me the fucking alphabet afterwards?
We understand swinging.
Yeah. dude. It's Jesus Christ.
But thank you, Georgia. Way too into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's face it. Out of everybody who works here,
But there's such, I think
Giorgio's the one that's going to swing.
for sure. But that's the interesting part of a cult, right? The line is so thin between like, oh, a fun swingers club, and then we're going to be using your information that you give us against you if you don't show up or you don't do this. You know what I mean? Like, so it starts out like a fun little club.
Flirty club, and then it just it extends into, well, now I want 4 women in the bed.
And that is the truth. Like, most cults start out as like people join to
share
change
ideas,
the world, and they have a different outlook on life. They're different.
Yeah, but now
They're
let's
special.
share a bed. Let's share a fucking bed together.
Right.
Grab 3 of your friends.
Right.
Let's share a bed together.
Right.
And if you are going to share a bed, go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today and share that bed. If you're a member of the military, a first responder, a teacher, or work in the governments, guess what? You can get 30% off that bed you're going to share in your new sex cult. Yeah, sex cult. Everybody lie down, and then we'll roll on top of each other like wet logs. Very Portland. Feels very Portlandy, you know? The log roll. You ever done a log roll? Nude log roll?
What?
Nude log roll on a bed.
Oh, no.
4 or 5 people. You just roll on top of each other, and then that cycle repeats. And whoever cannot get a boner is the winner. That means you're not a gay man. So just made all of that up. None of that is true whatsoever, but it sounds really funny. a nude male log roll, and whoever isn't hard, it's like, oh man, I knew you were gay. You got hard, you fucker. You fucker.
Have you ever done the C3PO on a ghost bed?
Yes. I've done the C3PO.
Everybody knows what that is.
I've done the Kenneth Punish Star on a ghost bed. So you name it, I've done it. I'll get branded with you. Let's brand each other.
What the fuck?
What, dude?
Weren't we gonna have Giorgio get branded something?
We were gonna have a Giorgio pop.
When that Bronco is in the parking lot,
That's
is
right.
when you can brand me.
That's right.
And it's funny. I talked to I don't know if Benjamin Love is in here. He's a day one homie, but he had hit me up and said, "Hey man, I can get you that Raptor you were talking about for a friends and family discount." And I was like, "DM me," because I don't think that's applicable with that, right?
Sure.
No, because the Raptors sell out everywhere, right? And so does the Broncos. And he goes, he wrote back and he goes, "No, you can't get the Broncos either." And I was like, "I knew it. We're gonna have to buy Giorgio a Bronco, and then we'll get him branded."
Yeah.
But the deals at GhostBed are applicable with the 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest on that. So that's something we have over Ford. Sorry, Ford, you're too good for friends and family. You don't want Ross Patterson talking to millions of people about how cool his Raptor is all day. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm a ghost bed guy, all right? So I'd rather have a ghost bed than a Raptor. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today and get yourself some sheets, pillows, adjustable bases. 30% off bundle package right now. Next up, we've got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shablankers.
Can you tell I'm into it today? Drinking a lot of it. Pumping through my veins. Pumping through my buys, my tries, and my pies. I'm calling them my pies now. Jabes, my pythons.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My bear traps, my pythons. I'm naming all of my body parts after animals now. And you're going to have to live with that.
Right.
My calves are my donkeys now. Sorry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome. So, my legs are my elephants. It's my elephants now. Big strong elephants.
There's just a lot of I'm confused. Period.
Versus who?
I'm taking notes for you, Jibs.
Do whatever you want.
Thanks.
Do whatever you want.
No, just on the boards. I'm confused.
Shouldn't be.
We're talking in code.
If you want to join a sex cult, I think not only is that mattress necessary, but so is Manscaped. You gotta shave up everywhere. The new Weed Whacker too. The Weed Whacker will keep that face proper. Nose hair, eyebrows, ears. Got to keep that on the up and up first. If you're joining a sex cult, they're going to look at your face first and then the rest of your body, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to have to declothe until about
That's
day 3.
one thing I will say about Raniere is that length of his beard, right? Mm-hmm. is so, it was interesting. It was like the perfect full 5 o'clock shadow.
Yes.
And shaped and
yes,
edged and everything.
Yeah.
Might have been a Manscaped or a weed whacker. I mean,
might have been.
Yeah.
Might have been. Go to manscaped.com, promo code Revolution, 20% off. You can get a whole kit there. That leather package, the pouch, the Dop kit is the best. I travel with that now. And I just leave the other stuff out.
It's really
classiest
nice.
Shit on the planet, for real.
It's
an amazing product.
It's a good size. You know, you're looking for Dob kits sometimes, and you're like, I mean, I can't fit. You can fit my stuff in there, but not every thing.
It's great.
And then it does come, if you subscribe, you're going to get, they're going to send you blades every 3 months, and then you're going to get the Dob kit and boxers, which the boxers actually are very nice.
I know, you wear them. You wear them to sleep in.
Well, they're very comfy.
They're great. Go to manscaped.com, promo code Revolution, 20% off and free shipping. To do that today, Jabes, did I say that StrikeForceEnergy.com had a promo code of Revolution for 20% off, or did I just gloss over that? Did I even do Strikeforce today?
You started talking about the animals that you were calling your
That's right.
butt,
That's right.
So probably not.
Here's the thing. A little stuffed up today. Took some Benadryl. I am flying today. I'm in another planet. Me on bennies, like just Bennigans like that. I am, for whatever reason, those little pink ones, dude, they just send me flying. Nothing else really does except the Benadryl, man. It's just straight to the dome. Straight to the dome, Jabes. So live election show, Whiskey Tango Foxtrots in Austin, Texas on Tuesday. Hammer the like button again here so we can get this up. Ivan Huerta said Ross will be drunk at noon that day. That is probably true. It's probably true. There's a lot of people flying in for this that are coming into town. Some people were asking to get together on Sunday. I forgot. It's Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, it would make sense. You're flying in on Sunday. Like, I understand it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So maybe we'll try to get together and watch a game or something Sunday nights with some of the peeps, some of the nooners in here. Just kind of let us know where you are in the message boards here on YouTube on Friday and where you're staying, and we'll kind of try to pick some place and maybe do watch a game together or whatever. Monday, we'll invite some people into the studio to watch our live shows. We're doing Drinkin Bros and Ross Patterson Revolution that day. And then Tuesday, obviously, we will not be going out Monday nights raging with you guys. And I apologize. I want to tell you why, though. That election show could be 8 hours, James.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Daddy's going to get a little sleep because there's a lot of people drinking, getting fucked up that night, and including myself. I want to sleep that in. I did confirm, though, with Dan yesterday, he is doing the IVs.
Okay, live on air. What time are you guys starting over there?
I believe we were going live at 6. They're asking people to get there by 4-ish to pregame and kind of get everybody in. Okay. But I'm looking forward to it, and just pop in the message boards on Friday here. Obviously subscribe on YouTube if you're not, and then just write where you're going to be, or hotels or region. Because even Jessie and I we got a hotel for that night. Like, it's going to be a long night. I'm not driving anywhere near my house or my children or anything else. So whatever happens, but we're staying right next to the bar down there. And we are absolutely going for it that night. It'd be great if Alex Jones pops in. We'll see what happens here. I'm not sure what to think. What's going to happen that night, Well,
yeah, if he wants to have fun.
No, I mean just the chaos of all of it. Like,
yeah.
So many people coming in for that. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be a crazy evening for sure. And Daddy's got to rest up the night before. And I know you do too. I think you and I, though, will be doing RPR in the morning, and then you guys will just be leaving from here to go and set up for that day. So I think we will have an RPR Tuesday. Drinkin Bros will just be live on air that night for the entire thing. Khloe Kardashian, breaking news. She just said she has tested for COVID, and she put a video up just saying that shit is real.
Okay, was she at the 40th birthday island?
I don't know. We were talking about it yesterday.
She was there.
My God, super spreader
island. Oh, that would be awesome.
Super spreader island.
That would be awesome.
Thanks a lot, Kardashians.
Yeah.
You ruined one more thing.
You ruined island parties.
Oh boy! So I guess they're showing a trailer for the upcoming season, and yeah, man.
The final season, guys.
So Chloe, this is the beauty of this statement. Now, the hypocrisy of celebrities and all of their bullshit. Like this is it. This is the pinnacle of it. Chloe's urging fans to follow precautions and stay safe. After recently hitting up Kim's 40th birthday extravaganza on a private island.
Sure. The insidious genius of...
Look, I had fun and raged my ass off on a private island with all these people. Now I have COVID, and you know what? I'm here to tell you to stay home, stay indoors, and stay safe, because it's real, brother. COVID's real. Oh, it is? Oh, boy. So after, and this goes for Justin Turner last night on the Dodgers as well. Here's the deal, man. If there is a huge party and you have COVID, definitely still go because you don't want to fuck up that party, right? I know I would. But afterwards, get the message out and tell people to stay home and wear their mask and not go anywhere. There's a picture of her with, it's her and Kim and the other one on the beach. What's the other one's name?
I think it is actually the other one.
Yeah, right?
No, Courtney, Kim, Chloe, the other two.
Yeah.
Kylie.
Whatever.
The other two.
Yeah.
I know, the only two.
The only
Kylie
two.
and
Right?
Kendall.
Kylie and Kendall. But who's the
then the one that's actually...
one with 60 kids?
The one that's actually hot is Kendall.
Who's
Yes.
the one with 60 kids who was married to Scott Disick?
Courtney.
She's the one who
Okay.
used to be hot. She was the original hot one.
She's still hot to me.
I think she is, yeah.
I'm looking at the three of them, and
Do you take that Scott Disick leftovers though?
yeah, dude, that guy
Okay,
sucks.
just
That guy
checking.
sucks. Like
Just checking.
he's entertaining, but that's not somebody you'd be jealous of somebody else dating. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was, fucking Clooney or something, to be like, well, fuck.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser or something.
Well, no.
Then you'd be a little bit
No,
jealous
if
because
you were
of
worried-
his perfect physique and age and pill problem. He's everything.
So I'm looking at this beautiful shot of them on this island, and they're having a great
Their hips
time.
don't lie.
Yeah, they do not, especially Chloe's. What the fuck, man? Who's
Well, it's not.
she's O.J. Simpson's daughter, so
Yeah, but it's not real. I mean, they're real.
None
but
of it's
just
real.
fat transfer.
correct. None of it's real. I don't know how that's gonna hold up in like 20 years, but whatever, man.
But it's real. It's their.
Yeah.
It's their fat.
Yeah, it's still their fat. But yeah, I mean, again, party, definitely party. If you have a huge event coming up, I'm telling you should party, even if you have COVID, because the party will live in your memory forever. COVID's only going to last 3 days. And I think Khloe Kardashian just said that. And so did Justin Turner for the Dodgers, where he was like, oh, well, shit, we're about to win. We're up 3-1 when they pulled me. There's going to be a huge party after this for the World Series. Like, I don't really care about COVID. Like, that's only going to last a couple days.
Yeah.
But that party lasts forever, James.
Yeah.
If you knew, let me ask you this, since we know this right now. What's the best event that you could think of that you would love to go to?
Aspen Wine and
Okay.
Food and Wine Festival.
So let's say you and I and our family got invited with Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, and their entire family, right? All of them. The entire Hudson family and their clan and all that shit, right?
My one chance to make an impression on Kurt Russell.
Correct, right? It's all of us. My kids are there, and I have to explain to our children why their mom is hitting on Kurt Russell the entire time. I'm fine with it because that's your dream.
Sure.
I'm going to allow you to live that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to stop you.
Yeah.
I'm going to let that go. I'll be smoking weed with Kate. It'll be fine. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll let that go.
Right.
But you have COVID, and you find out the night before. You going or you staying?
The problem is Kurt is vulnerable. And I'm not trying to kill him because I want to be with him. So using that logic, I would have to say, yeah, no, I can't go, actually.
Yeah, don't kill Santa.
Yeah. Don't kill the only real Santa we've known in our lifetime.
That is Tim Allen, and you wash your mouth with soap.
No, it's not Tim Allen.
Tim Allen's a
Oh,
rat.
Yeah.
I love a Tim
He got me my
Allen.
Turbo Man.
No, Tim Allen went to jail for cocaine.
Big time rat.
Yeah, rat. He's a snitch. We don't like snitches on this fucking show.
Ooh,
Giorgio.
what?
So you say
I didn't know
no.
this.
You have one chance to meet Kurt Russell. That's it. But you've got COVID the night before. You say no.
I look at it as I have one chance to kill Kurt Russell, and that's not what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Although here's what I may do.
Yeah.
So I go to that event. Uh-huh. I pull Goldie aside, close talk to her the entire time. And I don't even look at Kurt. I don't hang out with him at all.
You can't. That's going to be your only meeting, James, you know?
Well, but then Goldie's gone.
Yeah, she's going to die.
Now.
She's pretty healthy, though.
She is.
Both of them are pretty healthy.
They are. Stress.
Trump beat it.
I'm telling you, stress.
Trump beat it.
Yeah.
So now, all right, Trump was 75 and beat it. No? You're still worried about homeboy?
I don't know what they gave Trump. I don't know what they gave him.
The same thing they would give Kurt Russell.
Really?
Yes. You have the best doctors in the world. You're
Yeah.
Kurt Russell, dude. He's not fucking dying anytime soon.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be 85 and probably get killed by a bear up in Aspen.
Yep.
Like, it'll be
Drinking
some weird
wine
thing. Yeah.
by his fire. I know.
Where he left the lid open on his trash can out back. He threw a whole wheel of cheese out because he thought it was bad. A whole wheel of brie out there. And went to check on it because he heard a noise. And then he fought a bear valiantly for 30 minutes, but then he died tragically next to that trash can, and there was cheese all over him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he'll live forever. Like, he's fine. I'd reconsider, James. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, if I knew, because I knew you were going to ask, I would party.
So what's one event that you would go to? I feel like I know it's something sports related.
It could be super minor. That's as long as there's some form of party involved. Like, it could be something very minor where it's just like, oh, hey, Swedish House Mafia got back together. I'm
right.
Like, fuck it, let's go. It's like, Ross, you're not even a big Swedish House Mafia fan. No, I'm not. But I've been to a show. It's fun as shit, and everybody parties. So yeah, fuck it, let's go.
What's the one song?
What is Swedish House Mafia's their
What's
huge
that
song?
one?
I mean, they have a bunch, but you'd come to RPR if you had COVID.
Oh, brother, is that theirs?
That's Avicii.
That's Avicii.
Yes, that's Avicii.
Find me the Swedish House Mafia song. What's the big one?
I know it.
Please.
It's like a.
How do we not know this?
I know.
Don't you worry, child.
Yeah.
Giorgio, you're the EDM guy, and you don't know anything today. Nothing about Greece, nothing about EDM.
I did do a bunch of edibles from Dan's house this morning.
You seem like it. You were laughing way too hard at some shit earlier where I was like, he's fucked up.
I mean, there was just a bunch of like half-empty bags that I just kind of cleaned out.
God, I'm questioning your whole entire life now if you've just made all of this up. Don't you worry, child is like massive. Don't you worry. You were there with me.
I was.
We were. Did you think I was going to let you get away with that? That you weren't there partying?
It was Coachella. It's not like I went to Swedish House Mafia.
What did you say though during that show? Do you remember?
Oh, I mean, I think I was rolling on something, but it was amazing. Right?
Yes. Yeah. You go. Holy shit!
Are you fucking kidding me?
You were like, dude,
this is the greatest thing of all time.
Yes. And I'm not even that big a fan, but if there's some small party and I've got coat, yeah, I'm going, dude. Fuck yeah, I'm going.
Oh, okay. So there's
I'm
not
not gonna
one
sit
event.
out a party.
There's not. Oh, okay. So you would just go.
Yeah.
So the same question does not apply to you.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm going. I'm with Khloe Kardashian and Justin Turner on this. Like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Let's party. Let's party. Like, we're all going to get it anyways. Let's fucking party. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm in. I'm all in for that, for sure. Giorgio brought up the RPR, whether I would skip an RPR. No.
Yeah.
When I had it, I didn't skip it. I didn't do anything. But I was gone. I was at least out of town.
Would you tell, like, these guys?
People?
No.
That's a word.
Cool.
Fuck me.
Yeah, dude.
Just the at-risk producer.
None of that. But here's the other thing. I wouldn't make you quarantine either. But like, coming to work. I've already had it. Let's go. Let's do.
Me and Dan definitely had this conversation like 2 days ago.
Did you really?
Exactly what I said.
That he would not say anything, not tell
told him
you.
the COVID plan.
It's totally true. It's totally true.
Guys.
Hey, when this whole thing started, and we were in North Carolina, and no lie, I sat down with everybody who worked with us there in North Carolina, and I said, hey guys, here's the deal. Podcasts have been deemed essential. Therefore, we can keep working. everybody else is losing their businesses, and they still are. North Carolina is still not open.
Yeah.
To this day, which is why, like, there's no fucking way Trump is going to get lose North Carolina. Roy Cooper's out of there as well. I sat down with the employees and I said, look, do you want to go on unemployment or do you want to fucking work through this? Whoever gets it. And at that time, host-wise, it was me, you, and Dan working out of there during that whole shit. And they were like, no, I would rather work. And I was like, all right, great. Let's go. And we'll figure this out together. If we all get it, we get it. And that's it. So, yeah. I had just gotten when we were out of town. So, luckily, everything was fine for everybody and all that other shit.
Right.
Now, whoever was on that flight back, they're fine. Everybody lived. Testing wasn't as available as it is now. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, yeah, we're fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Right.
Super spreader events. We all just need to herd immunity.
This is the exact conversation we had at the airport when Ross got flagged checking in.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
This is my life, you guys.
I got flagged.
Sorry, Nana.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, Nana. I'm not hanging out around anybody old though right now. So
Dan's Nana watches the show. And,
Sorry, Grandma. Yeah.
Oh, does she really? Does your grandma watch the show, Dan? There's no way she watches this show.
Well, she's gone on to another.
Oh, she's passed on.
Yeah,
so she is watching.
So she is watching
from above.
always.
Yeah. You know what's weird is because she's above watching down on you at all times, obviously, and just watching you masturbate, have sex, and do everything that you do in
all
life.
the time. Yeah.
Do you give her a point to the sky like you hit a home run afterwards?
When I'm done, yeah.
Yeah, when you're done,
Yeah.
you have to.
That's
you got to
his-
shout out.
That's his famous "Sorry, Nana."
Do we owe Nana a producer credit now?
Sorry,
maybe,
Nana.
maybe we do. But yeah, 100%. We all work, and that's it.
Can
we
I
live our lives.
tell a quick cockfighting cop story?
Sorry? Is this a crime corner?
Sure.
New segment?
Crime corner.
So today is National First Responders Day.
Is it really?
It is.
Ah, shit.
So, I mean, cockfighting raid turns deadly when rooster attacks and kills police officer.
Read that one more time, please.
Cockfighting raid turns deadly. Rooster attacks and kills police officers. Has anyone had chickens, roosters in their life?
Yes. The roosters are vicious.
On your property?
No, not on my property. On a friend of mine's.
Yeah. So we had roosters.
You did?
Growing up. Yeah, chickens and roosters. Roosters
Are the worst.
will fucking kill you, yeah.
And they're the worst animals of all time.
They'll fucking kill you.
Some of them do the caca or the thing, but not on the morning. Have you heard about that?
The rooster, yeah.
Well, they'll just do it at times where it's not
Yeah,
dawn.
sometimes they get all fucky.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they'll just do that all fucking day. That happened to my buddy, and that's when I was just like, God damn it, the thing will shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
They're the worst. I was just go out and blow its brains out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't know, in cockfighting, they also weaponize them. They tape
put-
swords to their talons.
Yeah. So I think that's basically what happened. But a police officer was killed during a raid on illegal cockfighting event. Now, it's in the Philippines. But listen, when a rooster with a blade on its leg slashed a cop, causing a fatal wound. It all went down on Tuesday when cops descended on an illegal cockfight in northern Samar. It's important to say that before COVID times, cockfighting was allowed in the Philippines in a licensed venue.
Not surprised by that.
So another thing that goes down for COVID
Still
is...
surprised a rooster was able to kill a grown man. I will say this. The people over in the Philippines are smaller.
Champion rooster is all I'm hearing. Is someone needs to buy this rooster. I hope they didn't put it down because that is a money-making machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he picked up the rooster while collecting evidence during Tuesday's raid, and when he was sliced by a steel razor blade that was attached to the bird's leg. I mean, what fucking way to go,
dude. Okay, now this is making more sense. So
because you've already done, you've already broken up, the raid's done. It's not like you walked in and they all fucking attacked you. It's like, it's done, we did it. Let me just pick up this rooster, doing evidence.
Yeah, bled out.
Dead.
fucking bled out. That is amazing. I did not know they tied little razor blades to their talons.
Yeah, well, Giorgio knew that. So
there's different styles too, like double-bladed, single-bladed, long blade, curved blade.
None of it surprises me that you know every single facet of
there's weight classes.
Yeah, Giorgio, I know you've been there. I know
this is a Sunday for Giorgio.
Exactly, dude. That was like last week for that guy.
He was hit in the left thigh with the blade, reportedly slicing through his femoral artery, which...
Ooh, that is a nasty one. That is a lot of blood.
That's a quick bleed out, too. The officer was rushed to a nearby hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead on arrival. The local police chief, Colonel Arnel Apud,
big fan, commented
to AFP news agency describing the incident as a piece of bad luck that I cannot explain.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I could not believe it when it was first reported to me. This is the first time in my 25 years as a policeman that I lost a man due to a cockfighting spur.
Nah, I get it. My only thing there is like now his family has to explain for the rest of their family members, the rest of their lives. How did Grandpa die?
Right.
Cockfighting. He was breaking up a cockfighting ring and got a razor blade right to the thigh.
Right. But then you also have to explain that it wasn't like in a sexy way where he went in, guns blazing.
Yeah.
Cock came right at his face and sliced his, jugular.
Yeah. Go.
It was more like in a calm moment, he picked up the rooster and it sliced his femoral artery. It was all very calm. No real fanfare,
It always is
a hero
calm.
nonetheless.
Yeah, a Cheeto nonetheless.
A Cheeto nonetheless. Yeah.
Man, that's a good one. That's a great story. If you're a grown man and you die from a cockfighting tournament, great way to go out. Sure. Great way to go out. Not like the bear for obviously in the cheese incident for Wyatt Earp, your boy, but
yeah.
Close.
My least favorite role of his, but
really?
Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah.
No way. Favorite Kurt Russell role. That's my favorite of his.
Really?
Yeah. Tombstone's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
I've watched it 1,000 times. Gigantic fan.
Okay.
I would probably say Overboard next. I know you'll probably go Captain Ron, but...
Yeah, I do go Captain Ron with Kurt Russell. God, he was so fucking good in that movie.
You made me watch that with you one night, and I had not seen Captain Ron since I was a small child. And even then, as a small child, I was like, this is a terrible movie.
It had two of my favorite people in it, right? That you don't really enjoy that much.
Who?
Martin Short.
Oh, that's right. He was the dad.
He was the.
I actually love Kurt Russell, and I would be honored if I die if you married Kurt Russell and lived out your best life with Kurt Russell, right?
Honored, yeah.
Now, who would piss me off? Like, if I'd be pissed off, Brendan Fraser would piss me off.
Why?
He's just such a gimp, and I don't want my kids around that fucking gimp. Again, I hate to bring this up because I've said it a few times on this show.
Sure.
When he did that article where he said a gay man stuffed his hand on the back of his pants and rubbed his taint, I was all done with B. Frage at that point,
Right.
There's just some people that I would not. I'd be pissed off from above. You get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
He's one of them. Kurt Russell, I'm fine with that. Like, that's an admirable one or whatever, right?
Yeah.
If it was Benicio del Toro, and I know you were getting rimmers every night, I'd be like, he's not fucking her, I guess. So,
Right.
But getting rim jobs every night, that'd be weird to me. I don't want to think about that. Mm-hmm. I want to be looking down on that. Right. You're just getting rimmed out every night.
Sorry, Nana.
Yeah. I'd be like, ugh. I'm up there with the rest of your relatives trying to explain why you were with Benicio del Toro. Yeah. I don't know. She was never a big rim job fan, but I guess she is now. She's getting rimmers every night.
Big Trouble in Little China. Sorry, I'm looking up the...
Oh, Big Trouble in Little China is a great movie. Overboard's a great movie.
Backdraft. Oh,
Backdraft's a great movie.
Backdraft.
Yeah.
Russell in Backdraft, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Bone Tomahawk is a great movie with Kurt Russell.
Very good. Yeah.
I am a big Kurt Russell fan, actually. And I like the Santa movie.
Escape from L.A., yeah.
Escape from L.A., come on, dude. I liked the Santa movie we watched with our kids last year.
Yeah,
and there'll be a sequel.
He is now Santa to me and Dan, apparently.
Well, we'll see.
Excuse me?
We'll see.
See if he's Santa?
There's a Christmas movie coming out with another Santa this year, so we'll see. It's gonna be a battle. It's Mel Gibson. Come on, Mel Gibson.
Nope.
Angry Santa, angry drunk Santa.
Nope.
Yeah.
Red sleigh down.
Yeah, dude. So I'll give it a shot. It's called Fat
nope.
Man. Check out the trailer for Fat Man with Mel Gibson. That is coming out this Christmas as well. And we'll give it a go. We'll go head to head with Santa's this year. You know, I know this for a Christian. If you're a Christian out there, you're probably rooting for Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
He does some very unchristian things in this movie.
Oh God, he hates. Well, you know, his story is infamous. Obviously, sugar tits. I don't need to tell you about it. You know.
Sure.
But he's Santa now. So it's weird that you can come back from being just completely anti-Semitic and then be a lovable, jolly figure like Santa. You know.
Yeah.
Anything's possible in Hollywood, isn't it?
It really is. It's a magical place.
People really liked Apocalypto. So,
I loved Apocalypto, man.
that was his comeback.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Apocalypto. I thought that movie was rad. It was weird, obviously, but shot well, and it was awesome. He's a great director. He's making the sequel to Passion of the Christ. I think they're done. I think they're done filming right now.
There's a sequel?
Yeah.
Why?
He has risen, dude. He's got to fucking rise. Christ has to rise, bro.
Do you remember when he used to be Australian?
Yeah, he's not anymore.
He's
no
not
accent.
anymore.
No accent.
Mad Max, yeah.
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 He's not Australian anymore.
No, not anymore.
He was.
It was.
For a while.
You lose the accent.
In Lethal Weapon, there was a tinge, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. Lethal Weapon.
Like 1 and 2. By the 4th,
it was gone, yeah.
He was full American. Yeah, he was fully adjusted to the American life.
Yeah. Fully immersed. Miracle?
Oh, Kurt Russell Miracle. Shit. That's right,
the
dude.
hockey film.
Yeah.
And Vanilla Sky.
That's right. God damn it. I'm a Kurt Russell fan. Yeah, I'm fine with that. When I pass on, you know, in a cheese grater accident, whatever's going to happen.
Not to mention the Grindhouse movies that...
you know what? That
he was good in it, though.
He was
you
fine.
Can't deny that.
He was good.
Yeah.
I just didn't like those films. Like, that was it was Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, and that was a miss for me.
I like the Rodriguez one.
Anything with a girl on a machine gun leg, I'm in.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was Rose McGowan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. Oh,
yes,
shit.
Dude.
God damn it, he was great in that movie. I loved Hateful Eight. That was one of my favorite Tarantino movies, and I'm in the minority on that one.
No, I agree.
No.
I think it's a better Reservoir Dogs.
I think because I saw it in L.A. On 70 millimeter, and they had this thing for like 2 weeks in Los Angeles where you would go and see the movie at the Cinerama Dome. It was on 70 millimeter, and in the middle of it, there was a break. So they had an orchestra playing before, and then they were like, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for intermission. And I hadn't been in a movie before in my life where there was an intermission. You were like, oh. And then they played this orchestra. The orchestra played, and you went and got more snacks and candy because the fucking movie was 3.5 hours long. And I enjoyed the shit out of that every single moment of that movie.
It was set up that way in the act structure, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I thought Kurt Russell was fantastic in that movie and could have won an Oscar, or at least been nominated for it.
They broke it up into 4 episodes on Netflix too for the extended version. So
did they really?
4 hours, so an hour each.
Oof, I could get loose on that movie again. I haven't seen it since the theater. Big fan of that. But Kurt Russell's fine. Yeah.
Jax is old enough for that now, right?
No, not a prayer. Not a prayer. Not having the
Giorgio.
6 and the 2-year-old watch that. We watched the Tiger cartoon last night, or we watched Chicken Little last night. So no, he's not. We can't transition from Chicken Little to Hateful Eight.
Just do like a Tarantino marathon.
One day I will.
Yeah.
And it's probably like 14 or 13 or 14 where you're like, all right, son, let's just sit down. And then I'll show him all the movies that he was in.
He thinks it's 7 because I keep pushing it to the next year. So he's like, when I'm 7, I get to watch it and Halloween.
That's right.
And I'm like, sure, buddy. And then when it gets
all
to that
he
point,
wants to
you're
watch
not
is
going
that.
to.
Yeah. Tango and Cash, somebody brought up. Come
on.
Kurt Russell is a hero, dude. Man, I like Kurt Russell.
Tequila Sunrise for Kurt Russell?
I don't know.
I'm not
know.
familiar. I'm sorry.
Not sure. But either way, yeah, I'm in for Kurt Russell, Jabes. And you look beautiful once again today. You're really holding up the show. I'm a piece of trash. Somebody said, I think it was Reed White, who was just like, hey, man, go down to Miami for a week. I would love to get some sun.
Look, buddy.
Get something in my body. I still have not ordered that shit off of Amazon from the doctor either. Get some sun in my body, and yeah, dude. It's and not only am I like stuck inside, but it's cold too. So very Steve Bannon. Very Steve Bannon. Go to Apple, iTunes, same thing. Whatever. Pick up your iPhone, go and rate the show a 5-star, and leave a review. It is not the millions of listeners we have. It is simply those goddamn reviews. That is the only way to move up the charts on that. And look, Drinkin Bros, we're getting higher and higher in that. Ross Patterson Revolution, let's get us back up there. Again, it is simply these fucking reviews. 5-star review. Do it, learn it, live it, love it. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. We will see you Friday afternoon. We are off tomorrow. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Be bye.